Hello, I'm Erin Halvorsen, and welcome back to part 2 of the Caribbean Breeze rag rug. In part 1 we got it started and I went over a few things and talked about the rug, but we're going to jump right into part 2 and move on. But I wanted you to see, in case you're joining me the first time, this is what we're making. A Caribbean Breeze is what I'm calling this really beautiful little fun rug. So it's an easy rug to make, and we're going to get started. Okay, where we left you last time is we were actually finishing up this row, and I was showing you how to transition from one row to the other by putting in a chain stitch. We're going to actually, this is where we're going to add color. So I'm going to show you how to add color, add the next color. And this happens to be a solid. We're going to be adding a print, and if you notice I have this crazy thing stuck in my shirt. This is one of my tricks to finding the end. If you do not sometimes put it somewhere, you'll spend 20 minutes hunting for your end, and I do mean that does happen. So I usually stick it in my shirt, and you'll see that on one of my other videos. I have the other one sitting here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, we're going to want to try to make it as close to the end as possible, and we're going to try to judge that. So I'm going to pull this out, seeing that this is about, I'm going to use this little fold line as my line indicator of where we're going to maybe cut that. So you're going to cut this, and then to make it easier, I'm just going to pull out a little bit of the stitches and show you how to add the no-sew version, which you can watch in another video that goes into more detail of how to add sheet yarn, the no-sew version. So you're going to take the material, you're going to fold it over, and you're going to put a little snip in here. Okay? So this is what it looks like. Okay? If you watched other videos, you've seen it done before of mine. I've already done it to this one where I folded it over, put a little snip. Okay. How you add the no-sew sheet yarn. You're going to take the one that you're adding, and you're going to put it through the one that's already being worked, the one that's added to the rug already, the one that's on the rug. The one that you're adding is going to go into this hole of the one that's already attached. You're going to take the other end of the one that you're adding. This is easy to see because it's a different color. So you're going to take one end and feed it through the other end. Going to go right through there. This has got several pieces already added together. So I pulled it off my roll, my ball, and I only do 3 to 8 of them at a time because you have to be able to add it. Okay, you pull it through and you get to, it's going to be like this. You continue to pull it. There you go. It's added. I give a little tug this way and a little tug that way, and now you have the sheet yarn added with the additional color. Okay, that's a great little way to do it. You can still do it with a sewing machine, and that's the way I did it for a long time. But now we're going to finish this. Go back to the way it was, because you remember we talked about in the last video, we work from right to left. But I've already gauged where we're at, where this is going to end up, okay, because I had already gone back and seen. Okay, so let's watch and reiterate the stitch again. You're going to go into the hole, grab your material, pull it through. You've got 1, 2, this is a single crochet, cross over, and pull them both through. Okay? Again, this is the very last corner, so this is important. Here's the corner. You're going to have this little strip here. So, and try not to, keep on adding more stitches to the end. This is the end one. Once you've added the color the first time, you see the pattern. It'd be very easy to see this. Okay? You're going to go into the last hole, grab your material, okay? Pull it through. You've got 2. You cross over, and you pull them both off. Okay? See, we're trying to judge it. Now what we're going to do is you do 1 chain stitch. Chain stitch is just cross over and pull it through. There's your chain stitch. Boy, we judged it good this time. And on some of mine I didn't judge always perfect. You really don't notice it. So some of you will get kind of consumed with that. Remember, it's a rag rug. People are not looking for it to be exactly perfect. This isn't manufactured. This is your lovely hands making it. So again, we're going to flip it because we're going to work from right to left. This is important. So Mr. Cameraman, get into this first stitch. This is going to be your first stitch right there. Okay, there's your second and there's your third. You see that? A lot of times people will, I'll have people say, I can't see the stitch. There it is. There's your first stitch. You're going to do the single crochet again. So into the hole, grab your material. You've got 1, 2, cross over, and pull it off. Now I'm kind of helping it with my other hand because I find that it's a little bit difficult to slip it off. You're going to do that again. Go into the hole, grab your material, 1, 2, cross over, and pull it off. You're going to do that 3 times. This is your third time into the next stitch. So now we have 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. This is where the line up comes in, where your little dip comes down and gives you that really cool Caribbean breeze look. This is what I'm calling it. Okay. Now you could do it right here. You're going to skip down to this next row down. See, this is really your stitch. If you were just doing it, straight across, that would be your next stitch. Underneath that, you could do it here if you wanted to. I like it long. So I'm going to go all the way down here to this stitch. Whatever you do, try to be consistent. So whatever you choose, whether you like a little, line down, you could do it there. But I like it long because I think it's much more striking. So we're going to go down. Now I'm going to teach you something that it took me a while to figure out. You don't want to make this too loose. You're going to leave your crochet hook like this. You're going to bend down like this. Okay, instead of making it loose now, you're just going to bend down. You're going to grab your material from the back and pull it through. This is where the looseness, you have to be careful. Bring it all the way up, okay? Bring it all the way up like this. So there's your 1, 2. You're going to cross over and pull them both off. It's still a single crochet. You just went into a different hole and you went all the way down. There's your first little point. Okay, now you're going to do 3 more single crochets just like you had done here. Following right along. I'm going to do this a little bit faster so I can show you the next one down. So that's your 2, 3. You get going on this and it'd be so easy and you won't even have to think about it. Okay, but here we want to make sure we're going to get the right place. See? Right along here is where all those holes are. That's where the next one, that little point arrow, is going to go down. You're going to go down, remember, don't loosen it there. Grab your material. This is where the loose, pull it through, pull it through, pull it through, and have it come sit up like this. So it's nice and loose up here because you don't want it to be curling this over by doing it too tight. I tend to crochet very tight, so I'm warning you, you may not be that way. Other people don't crochet quite as tight as I do, and you might not have an issue with that. There you go. There's your second one. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to go back in and do this 3 single crochets. Even though that one was a single crochet, it's a long dip down is what you're doing. You're going down 2 rows or 1 extra row, whichever one you decide. I'm going to do it one more time. See how you've got it all lined here? Alright. And we're going to go down. See, you got to make sure this is where your next crochet would go. It's going to line up and go down, right down there. Okay, so that's where it is. You go down, grab your material, keep it up, bring it all the way up, cross over, and pull them both through. This is still just a double crochet. You've just dug deeper into your other rows. Okay? I'm going to talk one more time and do it quickly so you can see, and then I'm going to pull the rug back up and show you what it looks like in the rug to reiterate what it looks like, and then I'm going to show you how to end it. There's 3 single crochets, down, all the way down, grab it, pull it up, and there you have it. Okay? I think the pink on the green is very lovely. So let's go ahead and move this to the side for just one moment. We're going to bring this back up, let you look at it. Okay? And you can see how it looks. This one I didn't do as many rows at the beginning, so I couldn't make the points as deep as I did the rest of it. But you can see it's not perfect, but it looks very nice. Remember that. It won't be perfect, but it looks very nice. Okay, Mr. Cameraman, how many minutes are we sitting on? 10? Okay, so we're going to finish and go to part 3, and I'm going to show you how to weave this in. Some of you may already know and you don't feel the need to watch that last video, part 3 of Caribbean Breeze, but if you'd like to see how to finish it, join me for part 3. Thank you.